Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to our monthly energy, astrology, and intuition call. Leo, the courage to love what is. Thank you for zooming in person or for watching this later on YouTube. We are all connected in this timeless moment of now. We are so excited to have you here with us on the call tonight because together we're going to showcase the inspirational and fiery Leo energies, which arrived on the planet Monday, July 22nd. And I know for one person on the call, they arrived kind of with a bang, but they will be here until the sun moves into Virgo on August 22nd. On our call tonight, we're going to highlight the qualities of Leo, especially around courage, the courage to love what is. Sometimes we can look in the mirror, and I think this little one definitely has Leo in their chart with that beautiful mane of hair. All Leos have great hair, so this little one definitely has Leo and is wearing Leo colors, the color of gold. So sometimes we can look in the mirror and we smile at what we see and we love what is. And sometimes we don't want to see what's in the mirror and we look away, or we allow ourselves to get distracted from what is. During Leo season, we are invited to dig into our courageous hearts because Leo rules the heart. All astrological signs are connected with one part of the body, one or more parts of the body. And for Leo, it happens to be the heart. So we are invited to look to our hearts for wisdom, especially heart wisdom, which may not logically always resonate with our brains and our minds. But during Leo season, especially, let's give it a try anyway and help us look to the heart to help us solve our problems. My name is Mary Beth Wollenschlager, and again, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's call. I'm the founder and creative director of Love Your Life in Sync. At Love Your Life in Sync, we help people to learn how to problem solve with their hearts for everything from guidance and making intuitive decisions to better physical health and greater ease and joy in personal relationships. I'm passionate about tuning into the heart for guidance and wisdom, and I love sharing practical ways to do this. I Love Your Life in Sync. Our desire is to provide you with the tools to connect you with your heart and to help you better understand everything your heart is capable of doing. Our heart harmonizing tools help manage stress and help you make choices to align with your passion. We also offer astrology classes and readings to guide you in your self-awareness journey. By working with your heart and becoming more self-aware through the astrology, you can learn to live the life you want to live, not just dream about it. Astrology helps us in this process by providing insights into patterns, the patterns that we can witness both in nature and in the sky, and how these patterns influence life on planet Earth. You can think of astrology as a way to talk about the things that seem to be invisible, but we know are influencing the choices we make. Research by HeartMath shows that love indeed does matter. And even though in some respects we might seem to be more connected than ever because of technology, many people aren't feeling connected. They're feeling isolated and they're feeling increasing separation, possibly due to their political or religious views or just plain old misunderstandings among friends or family members. However, the Earth has an electromagnetic field, and this field connects all of us. And research has shown that our emotions, be they negative or positive, radiate through our heart's magnetic fields, and then they impact everyone, literally across the globe. Since everyone radiates their thoughts and their feelings and what they do into the global field, whether they know it or not, for those of us that understand what is happening, knowing we are radiating our emotions into the field, it's important that we take responsibility for how we are feeding the field. And that's a Leo trait. Leo is about being sovereign and taking responsibility for what we know will improve situations. When we choose to feed the field with coherent frequencies of love and compassion, we lift up ourselves and the whole planet along with all the beings on the planet. When we feel warm-hearted, that actually makes our heart rhythms more harmonious. And then we can create a deeper connection with others. By consciously adding qualities like compassion and kindness, gratitude, patience, and forgiveness into our daily interactions, we encourage others to do the same. These qualities are love in action, and spreading them is very important right now. So let's start tonight's presentation by remembering how powerful our hearts are as we align with HeartMath's Care Focus, helping love go viral. So the first step is to focus your attention in the area of your heart. You can breathe in love and get still in your heart. As you breathe out, radiate love into your physical, mental, and emotional systems. With your mind's eye, visualize your brain and your nervous system aligning along with your heart in harmony and in coherence. And we do this for the nervous system by having equal inhales and equal exhales. So if you're comfortable, you can maybe count to 4 for your inhale and then count to 4 for your exhale and repeat that for a few breaths. So let's do that together. And now radiate warm-hearted feelings of love and gratitude to everyone who is coming together in heart-focused meditations to help do this, to help lift the planetary consciousness. See your heart's commitment to becoming more coherent and effective while you breathe this intention into the global field. Next, you can envision more people committing to adding these heart qualities of care and compassion and understanding in their day-to-day life. This is love making its way right to the street, bringing a lift in spirit that will help people move through challenges with a little more ease, because it's love. It's love and heart connection that's going to turn the tide and create a new baseline for a world we want to live in. Let's close by radiating our collective love and compassion to all people and nations around the world suffering from political divisiveness, trauma, wars, natural disasters, and other stressors. And you can thank yourself for taking responsibility for your emotions and your thoughts, for being sovereign and helping others by feeding the field with your love and your qualities of care and compassion. Now you can start to bring your broadcast back and come back to the space you're sitting in. Open your eyes, and we'll continue as we get into the astrology of Leo. So here are the Leo energies in a nutshell. First of all, the symbol for Leo is the lion. And I thought this was a great pair of lions here, just enjoying themselves, being very Leo-like, just stretching out. Like, let's cut. I think that these two are the king and the queen of the pride. They're relaxed. They're enjoying life. The symbol Leo, the symbol for Leo is the lion. And up in the sky, there's a constellation known as Leo, and that constellation has a lot of bright stars. One of the brightest fixed stars, and it's called Regulus. And Regulus means little king. And so that's where Leo, that's that connection with the king and queen energy. Also, in Latin, the word Leo means lion. So the element associated with Leo is fire because the planetary ruler is the sun. And Leo is what we call one of the fixed astrological signs because it's right in the middle in the height of summer. You can't get more summery than Leo. And this indicates the symbolicness of this is Leo's assuredness. Leo is well established and it has sustained confidence. The sun is often associated with our will, like who we are at our core, because the sun is the center of the universe, the center of our solar system, I guess I should say, the center of for us. So that energy is associated with the phrase I will. So Leo is associated with the phrase I will, with that planetary ruler known as the sun. And the traits of Leo are confidence and charismatic. Leos are natural born leaders. They're creative and they can be dramatic, but they're also warm-hearted and generous. And they have the self-confidence and the strength to achieve anything that they commit to. Leos are courageous and protective. They have a very protective attitude towards their friends and their family and the underdogs of society. Leos are loyal, enthusiastic, and optimistic. And Leos can be a little on the stubborn side, perhaps arrogant at times, and they can be accused of being self-centered. Leos, they enjoy being admired and they enjoy luxury because of course they're associated with the king and the queen. And lions are very social. They live together in groups called a pride. And the pride usually hunts together or shares a meal together. So just like the lion, Leos like to surround themselves with lots of friends and have large social circles. They're very creative, and Leos are known for their vibrant energy, again associated with the sun. And not all Leos like to be in the spotlight, but all Leos enjoy helping others shine. So Leos like to shine, but they also want to see those they love shine, and they like to help bring about that for other people as well. So here are some ways that we can embody the Leo energies. So Leos like to be dramatic. So during Leo season, go see a live performance, or better yet, give one of your own. Put on a show for someone. When I was a kid, in the summertime during Leo season, I would get together with some of the neighborhood kids and we would put together shows in the basement. We would do dances and songs, and we would give live performances during Leo season. The colors associated with Leo are gold, like the sun, and purple, and any of the royal regal colors. So a great thing to do during Leo season, or anytime you want to embody the current energies, is to connect with the colors associated with that astrological sign. So you can see this dramatic couple here. Looks like they're giving a live performance. Looks like it could be the Beauty and the Beast, and she's wearing gold and he's in some very a regal blue with gold trim. So you can wear those colors or decorate with those colors or burn candles with those colors. Anytime you make that intention to connect with something about the astrological sign, you're bringing more of that into your life, into your space, and into your awareness. And then you're going to, in turn, be more in tune on multiple levels. So when you consciously wear the color gold, you're in tune. But as you consciously wear the colors or work with these colors, Leo may show up for you in ways that surprise and delight you, ways that may not necessarily be conscious, but they may show up. So kind of watch for that. I think that's kind of a fun thing to watch for. Now, Leo is associated, I said it was associated with the fire sign and the fixed fire sign. And one of the most fixed fires would be like a campfire. And of course, this is camping season. So if you enjoy camping, sitting around a campfire, or lots of people have fires now in their backyards, but just being caught up and mesmerized by a campfire is a very Leo thing to do. It's like seeing a live performance of fire. You know, fire is associated with Leo. So, and again, that it's the fixed energy. Energy is either cardinal when it starts things, or it's fixed when it's in the middle, or we call it mutable when it's changing, when the season is changing. So the sign that follows Leo will be Virgo, and Virgo is a mutable sign because Virgo will bring us into fall. But we're in summer now. We're in the, at least in the northern hemisphere, we are in summer. And so that's that fixed quality of Leo. It's compared to the campfire. Take things to heart during Leo season because Leo rules the heart. And try and do some problem solving with your heart. I had a situation recently come up for me where there was a misunderstanding. And to be honest, I did not help the situation. I could have spoken up, and for whatever reason, I chose not to. And then when it kind of came time to clear up the situation, I thought I was going to be accused of something. So I was going to go on the offense and point the finger at someone else. And I stopped myself and I said, is this how my heart would handle this situation? So instead, I just owned my piece of it. I didn't over own it. I didn't own the whole thing because the whole thing wasn't all my fault, but I own my piece of it. And then the person that I was opening up to about this, I was very surprised because they apologized to me for their role in it. And I didn't expect that. I expected them to, actually, I expected them to be critical of me for not handling it differently. So I caught myself, and instead of going to the mind, because the mind said, "Ooh, the best offense is a good, or the best defense is a good offense. Blame someone else." And instead, I said, "Wait a minute. That's not really the way the heart would do it." So take things to your heart. Just let them resonate. Let them ruminate. Just bring things into your heart and see what happens. Don't try to solve them, but just turn them out. It's like turning it over to your heart. And then the last thing I wanted to share about embodying Leo energies is working with some different herbs like the sunflower or eyebright. Eyebright is you can make a tea out of eyebright. And this is just kind of a fun way to work with the flowers. Of course, sunflower, it's sunflower season. And again, the color ties right in. And if you look at a sunflower, there's that big center with all the seeds in the center that just represent so much vitality. Like from one sunflower comes so much life, so many seeds. So those are some simple ways to focus, to bring about the Leo energies. And since we've now discussed a little bit of the Leo energies, the strength, the courage, the royalty, the vibrant energy, the sun, the will to succeed, that invites us to find the courage to love what is, let's keep these Leo things in mind as we get ready to work on our intuition by flexing our intuitive muscles with our tarot reading practice. Now, if you haven't read tarot before, there's no worries, but we're just going to prepare ourselves to access our intuition. And the two things that I find really helpful to access your intuition more easily, we need to set the stage. We want to check in with ourselves and our heart, and we want to make sure we're grounded. So I'm going to invite you once again to focus on the area of your heart and imagine your breath flowing in and out of the heart or chest area as you breathe a little slower and a little deeper with easy, gentle rhythms, equal inhales and exhales. and feel yourself sitting in your chair. Imagine as though your tailbone could extend right through the chair you're sitting in, right down into the core of Mother Earth, grounding you, stabilizing you, giving you that strength and that support. You can feel your feet on the floor like little suction cups, just feeling that connection with Mother Earth, feeling that grounding and being connected to our heart. And then the second thing you need to do when you're accessing your intuition is you need to trust yourself. So we're going to pull some cards. And again, even if you've never read the tarot, it's just about seeing what you see and then finding personal meaning for yourself in the cards. There are no wrong answers here. So you can just relax and have fun and let the mystery unfold. By keeping an open mind, you can tune into your own intuition and you'll receive the message that is right for you. When we use this approach to tarot, it becomes a deeply personal experience. And it's a way to access wisdom for everyone that participates. So during the live reading, those who wish to share may share their unique insights, and that'll often spark awarenesses in somebody else, which will deepen everyone's understanding. So this is a powerful way to stretch your intuition, your intuitive muscle, and connect with a community of like-minded people. So let's focus on the questions as I begin to shuffle the deck. So the first question is, how can I more fully embrace the courage of my inner lion? So we have a little lion here. So we all have an inner lion. Shuffling the deck. So focus on this question, stay grounded, stay in your heart, focus on the question. Because our intention is going in, all of our intention is going in to this question. So we're picking, I'm choosing the card, but we're choosing it together through our intention. So the card, oh, wow, this is one of the best cards. One of my favorite cards. It's a major arcana card, and it's number 17, and it's known as the Star. And when I pause the recording, I'll be able to show you a picture of the card. So that's a beautiful and powerful card. So now let's go to the next question. What does self look like? What does self-love look like for me right now? And here we have someone claiming their own beauty. That's what we need to do as during Leo season, is claim our beauty through self-love. So again, focusing on the question, what does self-love look for me right now? Wow, the 9 of Swords. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting card. Okay, so in a moment now, I'm going to stop the recording, and those that are present may participate in the group reading, and then I'll turn the recording back on, and we'll share how we answered the questions with all of you. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll be inserting pictures of the tarot cards we pulled from the Rider-Waite Radiant deck on the next slide. And you're going to be invited to pause the recording as you look at those slides and ponder the question and allow your intuition some space to speak to you. And I'm going to invite you to resist Googling the images to read somebody else's interpretation of what the card means. You'll get the most benefit if you're willing to be present, go deep within, and determine the meaning for you. Then when you feel you've given your intuition a good workout, you're ready to hear what we shared. We will see you in a moment. So now I am going to pause the recording. Okay, so now we're back. And okay, so we are back. We took a little break from the recording, and for the people that were live on the call, we looked at the cards together and discussed the questions. We discussed what we saw in the cards, and we're going to share a little bit of that with you. And I think there might be at least one person that would like to share their wisdom and what they saw. And this is just a reminder, if you are watching this on YouTube and you'd like to participate with us live next time, you are invited to join the call live. All right, so the first question was, how can I more fully embrace the courage of my inner lion? And the card we pulled was number 17, the star. And the star is associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. And interestingly enough, Aquarius is the opposite side to Leo. And this just occurred to me now. I didn't share this when we were discussing it live, but because we're talking about our inner lion, because Leo and Aquarius are really two sides of the same coin, that inner version would be more of the star. So this is just a wonderful card to connect with our inner lion. And we had some great comments here. One person said, given that this person in the picture is not hiding anything, this card is be who you are, be authentic. So you can embrace the courage of your inner lion by being who you are. And then it was also noted that we're pouring from the source onto the land and vice versa. And so this is this idea of helping others and helping the community. So you can embrace your own courage when you reach out and help others. And Aquarius is also associated with humanity. Another interesting thing was the water. So the person is looking into the water. So this is about me being reflected in the water and in the emotions. So fully embracing the courage of my inner lion, that we started the program with someone looking into the mirror and saying Leo is about the courage to love what is. And so having the courage to look at your own reflection and love what is. And then Logan, would you like to share what you said about the star? I thought that was a really interesting observation.
Yes, I'd be more than happy to. I have a lot of experience with hiking and trying to use other sources to hike, particularly the stars, for finding my way through the trails and finding better routes. But we used a main star, well, in this case, for sake of ease, the North Star, and it was like a guiding compass. And there's, I think, a direct correlation to that for your own internal guiding compass or North Star. And finally, don't need to go into the full story, but when I was trying to navigate myself in Colorado using the stars, I was looking at the wrong star. And I think that resembles, using the shiny object syndrome to get off track and just to realign yourself to what's important and what's part of your vision.
Yeah, I think you said that the other stars around the big star could be distractions, right? So they were
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
distractions. So more fully embracing the courage of my inner lion is, avoiding those distractions and finding the North Star. So thank you, Logan, and thank you everyone else that shared their wisdom. We can go on to the next question. This was a really difficult card. The question was, what does self-love look like for me right now? And we got the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is the card of anxiety. This is a person that can't sleep at night. The swords represent mental energy, often our thoughts or some sort of communication. And so, we said this card looks like the person is imprisoned in anxiety, maybe even in pain, and they are blocked in by their thoughts. And I thought this was a very challenging card to answer this question. What does self-love look for me like for me right now? Does it look like anxiety? But if we take into account everything we've discussed tonight, like the title of this call was around Leo, the courage to love what is. And so perhaps self-love looks like self-acceptance for me, knowing that there are some nights when I might be up upset. Life is not always a bowl of cherries, and there are times when we're facing challenging times. And do I have the courage to love myself anyway, even when I'm going through difficult times? And we talked about this idea of choosing self acceptance over self improvement. We might always want to be looking for that self improvement, and our minds might tell us when our minds are keeping us up at night. Our minds might be telling us, stop thinking these thoughts and go to sleep. This isn't helping you. And that's your mind trying to talk to you. And this is where we said, with Leo, we're invited to try and solve some problems with our heart. And so our heart is going to have compassion for ourselves in this situation. Our heart is going to remember that this is one night, that this too shall pass. And there's some comfort here on this beautiful comfort. There's the beautiful roses are on the comforter. So there's some care there, some love, roses of red roses often are associated with love. So maybe this self-love is allowing yourself to love yourself even in under these times. And then we also looked at the bed itself, and we noticed the three figures carved into the bottom of the bed. And we had some discussion around what those three figures represent, or whether what they are. And Logan, I think again it was you. You would you like to share what you said about the three different figures?
Yeah, I was actually piggybacking off of you and another member of the call. And, at first I saw the middle figure attacking the figure on the left. And then I kind of maybe came to think that it might actually be three different emotional states. Maybe we're looking at, for the far right, the angel is, choosing what's right and rising above the situation. Maybe the second state, which is in the middle, is being aggressive and just attacking it and maybe not being considerate of other people's thoughts and feelings. And finally, the left one is doing just the complete opposite and just, curling up in the fetal position, another member on the call, and just getting defensive and victimizing yourself. And to me, tying it into your question, what self-love looks like to me is trying to, you're not always, you can't always choose the best trait. You have to incorporate all three, but it's, I believe, rising above what you may be going through and trying to take it head on.
Hmm. Thank you, Logan. Yeah, that reminds me, Claudia. I think Claudia, you were the one that said the person, even though they are experiencing this anxiety, that they were sitting up in bed, they were upright, and that indicated some hope to you. The other thing that I want to bring out is the swords are associated with the element of air. And the prior card, Aquarius, Aquarius is an air sign. Air and fire signs work together, as do earth and water. But air fans fire. So these two cards that we picked, the star, backing up for a second, the star, which is associated with Aquarius and the element of air, and then the Nine of Swords, another air sign. These both support the element of fire, which represents Leo. So I thought that was kind of interesting that these are both supportive cards for Leo energy, for that Leo energy, that's that fire energy that's on the planet now, that we can all feel that. And another thing that's happening now on the planet, interestingly, and associated with Leo, is Leos love to win and be competitive. And we are entering into the time of the Olympics. And the Olympics start with the torch, the fire. So there's a lot of fire energy, and the air is supporting the fire, and that's kind of where we're at. I think it's kind of interesting how the astrology, when you pause and you can look at it and then look at what's going on in your life or in the world, or in the life of those around you and see how the things tie together. So I think it's definitely Leo season. Our final thoughts. So worthiness is something like we can't be more worthy than we already are, but we can more fully align with our own worthiness. And that's something that Leo knows. Leo knows its own worthiness, and Leo knows the worthiness of others. So during this Leo season, remember that you can't be any more worthy than you already are, but you can be more aligned with your own worthiness. And with that, we are going to wrap up this call. Wait, there was one other thought I had while I was, so tying this back to the opening of the title of the call, the courage to love what is and the courage to go to the heart to solve your problems. When you aren't feeling worthy and you ask your brain to help you feel more worthy, I don't think your brain's going to be able to do that. But if you go to your heart and ask your heart to help you be more aligned with your own worthiness, I think the heart will definitely be able to help you. So that's our call for tonight. And our next call will be on August 21st around the decisive and the fine-tuning energies of Virgo, like looking at things through a magnifying glass. Virgo is very exacting. So there's a lot of astrology happening between now and then. A lot of life will happen between now and then. So I'm wishing you all a great Leo season, and thank you so much for watching. Please stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and also now we're on Threads and X. So please stay in touch, and hopefully we can connect soon. Thank you.